steal here in team fights. It's not the Omega amazing Sylas angle, but it is still very strong here. And if you can get some early game power with this Jace, the Nautilus fights that you can try to lock the Zeri down with Aphelios when he hits his Immortal Shield Bow, which I assume will be the build we'll see from him. It's been a long time.
This time around as we hop on the rip for game number 1. Yeah.
One of our, currently our highest involvement champion here in the LCK.
I would assume it's because, okay, this is very annoying for Sylvie. Welcome to Ash Kingdom. So Sylvie, no flash here. I would assume it's just because the Elise was showing and they're like, well, and he could get aggressive if he really wanted to. His top lane is going well in terms of pressure, but his mid lane is not, so looks like he may.
Both junglers identify the bottom lane as a wash.
Yeah. So he should kind of know where Owner is. I mean, he doesn't see him on Wolves. He doesn't see him at all. So there's really one place unless Owner went for a back. As now, Owner has not revealed himself just yet. He's going in onto Sylvie here. The flash misses, but he's got Zaze coming in from the top side. There is the stun. And again, Sylvie doesn't have flash, so they can just immediately flash on him. As another flail will come out, and Sylvie is trying to get through the acceleration gate, and he will get away. And try to make something happen. As Keria is here, might be looking to slow down Fiesta, who goes in for the all-in, and might need to flash. He does get onto the minion here. As Chaos Storm thrown out, Fiesta in a bit of trouble, and there he goes, has to flash. Yep. That seems pretty likely. The Elise just exerting her power, but look at mid lane. Faker's going to get that push and get first roam down into the river. As, okay, the ult comes out from the Sejuani. Peter in a lot of trouble. Look at that Chaos Storm damage already coming out here. Fiesta going to steal the Sejuani ultimate, but his entire team is already too low to really contest on the back of that. And that will be first blood given over to Keria.
Yep, Keria hit 6. He's got that arrow, and no flash lost here by either player, but plate gold over the Renekton.
Keria getting a bit aggressive this time around. This now, there's an Elise nearby, and yeah, he's just going to accept his fate. Nothing can stop that kill from happening. Doesn't even bother flashing.
And they knew the likely trajectory of where Keria would be based on the arrow angle and the fact that he's missing here under turret. Now they can look for Guma. This is how you play this comp.
Well, Guma, let's see if he can do it. 1v3, doing a pretty good job so far. He flashes, but the repel, again, very, very strong, and they finally do get the kill.
Good aggro.
Oh, man.
Oh, he stepped out because he's got only one shot left. It was until that moment great juggling of the aggro on the turret.
Mid lane has been pretty interesting. Faker going very, very low. He's still looking for the trade, dodges the chains, and the Chaos Storm might be enough damage. One more tick maybe gets him. As Fiesta flashes afterwards, thinking Faker would flash in. Not the case, and Faker wins the trade.
Fiesta bold to think he can come over here. He's just going to scan and back. I thought he was going to maybe try to make something happen. Flashless here against Faker. Decides, is he still?
I mean, if Faker goes up a little bit, that was so close.
Faker doesn't flash, man. Never afraid. Not for a moment.
Uh-oh, Sylvie in a bad spot here. He doesn't have flash. He's going to repel here to the ward, but he is just dead. We'll see who they give this kill over to. Faker's like, no, we're not feeding this, Zeri. What the hell? I'm going to carry this game.
Yeah, Fiesta got away from it. All set up by me, by the way, and not for a second. Knows he can win that trade. Forces a flash from Fiesta.
Uh-oh, Guma in a bit of trouble. He's trying to trade it back, but the amount of CC is just too much.
2 kills now for Vital here in this game. This is becoming a problem.
Din in a bit of trouble now. This Renekton very tanky. Tries to knock him back into the turret to trade one back, but it is not quite enough damage from the turret onto Zeus. And a nice little gank there from Owner in the top lane. Yeah, should be able to. Although Zeus wants to say something else about this. They are going to do a bunch of damage to him, and trying to turn this around, especially with that teleport, Zeus is just going to respect it. And that's teleport down now on Fiesta, who will no longer keep that bottom lane safe. As now Vital, just seeing what's what. He's been down a level here to Owner for quite a while. Struggling to have a big impact in this game, unfortunately for him. This is Sejuani. We'll see if they can CC down Sedge, as it looks pretty likely he will get low enough as Peter does a good job. But here is Guma, and this is a lot of damage from the Viktor. A huge Chaos Storm on the left side of the map is just going to zone them all away. As now Fiesta trying to run away from the Zeri. Might be able to get away for now. but Sylvie maybe not as lucky as T1 considering, do we continue to chase or do we just take it as a really nice flash laser comes out from FAKER?
There's something about how FAKER's playing this season. It's just...
Yeah, so what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing, buddy? Okay, baits him in, I guess.
I mean, that's what he was doing, but still the risk was high.
I thought the rest of the team would be there for T1, but I think they were trying to take the Rift Herald.
They were immediately. Post haste. Still not
now.
safe, by the way.
Poor Sylvie, man. Yeah, I think he's just dead. He flashes, Chaos Storm is down. He is just gonna die for the 5th time. He has been bullied so much since level 1. Remember, he had to flash away from the Ashe kiting.
And his job has been to try to let Fiesta and Dundun play the game. It's a big maybe, and the Gale Force in itself just makes you less survivable, and like you're gonna get caught by stuff.
Which maybe is bigger, the what we said after? Oh man, the arrows just keep
He's
on
got
coming.
flash too. He doesn't need it.
Dundun's so dead here. Yeah, he's not even gonna flash. He's like, what do I do? Okay, well he is gonna flash now. Interestingly, Zeus
Fiesta.
He's got the slice. There it is. Perhaps the dice soon enough, and they say, okay, cool story, bros. We're just going to take the Baron then. Zeus will die, and Sylvie is bot, so that is Baron.
Yep. You see Fiesta TP down. You see, I mean, you know Elise is coming, or it's not going to be a good ending. And you can just go take Baron. Vital and Peter, good luck with this one.
200 years moment? What year is it exactly? I don't remember. What is this Aphelios doing in this game? Not sure, but the Baron is taken. Nice knock up here on a FAKER, as he will take a bunch of damage, but does flash away. He's burning down. Will survive just barely, even through the ignite of Peter. So yeah, they're just gonna stand in front of this. We'll see if perhaps Sylvie can redeem himself a little bit with a smite. But look at this, T1 are actually turning. Imagine not flipping in 2023, Wolf. What am I watching? As they dive straight into the Aphelios, and it just doesn't matter. Even if he loves that position, he is just not in a position to carry from here. This should be a clean ace, as they're looking for Sylvie, they're looking for Vital. They will get Sylvie now, as Vital looks like he'll keep himself alive for just a little bit longer.
Wish he had Gale Force. He's like, I got a Gale Force for it. Got a Gale Force for it. Can I get the execute? How many minions can I take?
Just yeah,
they actually should be able to get the execute, but they're going to lose the game.
They're just, yeah, he's just stopping and backing. Zeus is never engaging. Well, not yet. Maybe once he starts running into the turret.
Zeus does have flash.
Yeah, I think he will try for this. No, he has to go around the inhibitor. Okay, runs it down, makes sure he doesn't back.
As, yeah, one mistake here for Nongshim. The game ends, we don't even get to talk about it, Elder.
No mistakes, even. Sylvie just out of the fight immediately. Not able to do much against that. Owner just bursting him alone, essentially, with some help from Keria. And the slow and steady tumble into the base will come through. Very nice arrow once again, straight to the gravity well. That is the end of this chase. And Zeus just going to go under the turret, straight into the Aphelios. Maybe not the best call, but it's fine because Guma is just so fed. He's pressing his buttons. They're going to smack him down with their wallets here at the end of the game, as you always do. And that'll be game number 1 here for the side of T1. As FAKER decides, well, I'll give you a little gift. A little parting gift here for game number 1. Even Zeus on the top side had a really easy time against Dundun. No problem there. Owner was everywhere. Guma had some 6 team fights.
You look at this area in this game and you're like, it could have been anything.